Welcome everyone, welcome everyone, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about riding along on some deals. I never personally sold, but I know a lot of people that sold, especially Bud, and a lot of the time they didn't have a car, so they wanted me to drive them around, and they'd give me like some Bud or whatever for it, some wax or whatever. There was one dude in particular who always wanted me to give him a ride, but he was always good for it. He'd give me like ounces and he'd give me hella Bud. So there's one night where he needs me to take him on quite a few deals, and it's like all around the city, like everywhere. I think we went on like 10 serves that night or somewhere around there. It was a lot that night. Everyone was hitting him up and everything, and he's like, yo, can you drive me to these places? And I'm like, yeah, bet. He's like, I'll throw you in some Bud, I got you. So I go pick him up and we head over to a couple people's houses. We went over like all the way on the other side of town for the first one, and then for like the next two, they were like right beside each other. And then there was a few more that were back by the other side of town again, where we'll call him Michael lived at. The like 5th or 6th serve that we were going to, this dude hit up Michael and told him that he was at this park and that he wanted some Bud, so we went there. We went over to this park and there's just hella people over here. This dude wanted like a half ounce or some shit like that. Pull up to this park and it's just a bunch of like country dudes and everything. We saw some things on their like trucks and other things that indicated that they may have been at least a little bit prejudiced, not for sure, but I wasn't taking any chances. So I was like, Michael, I'm finna stay in the car. You can go out and do the serve. I got you though if you need backup. I'm right here. So he goes and does it. The dude that hit us up didn't have anything on his truck. We knew him. He was cool and everything, so we weren't worried about him, but he was just with a lot of iffy people. So we give him this Bud and everything, and we're about to head out, but Michael's like, yo, we want to roll up. We'll smoke on the way to the next serve. So he's rolling up and everything when this truck starts to pull out. His truck pulls out and it hits my car, and Michael's rolling the blunt and his weed just goes flying in front of him, and he's pissed. Michael gets up out the car and he's like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I just served this to you, blah, blah, blah. Like, what the fuck? Watch out. And this dude's drunk as fuck and he's about to smoke this blunt and everything. Michael's freaking out, yelling at him. And I get out of the car too and I'm like, dude, what the hell? I'm not trying to do this right now. I got a bunch of weed in the car. I'm not trying to have the cops come. Fuck that. Luckily, there wasn't like really no damage done to my car. There was a little dent, but it wasn't shit for real. This car was a piece of shit anyway. And I'm like telling him like, I'm cool, I don't need nothing. I don't got no damage, you don't got no damage. But I'm like, watch the fuck out next time. So we leave after all this happens and we're on our way to the next serve. We're on the way to the next serve and we get there, it's normal, we're cool. It's at somebody's house. We go drop it off, and then the guy we just served to hit us back up again, said, yo, I need some more Bud. We were like, we got a few other ones we gotta go to, but we'll come back in a little bit. He's like, no, I need it now. And we're like, well, we got some people that we gotta go to first. And he's like, I'll pay you extra. So we're like, bet, we're gonna go over there, we're gonna do it. So we went back over to this park. Michael gets back out and he's like, how much you need, blah, blah, blah. Dude tries to hit Michael because he was talking shit to him when he hit my car. And after that, shit went down for real. Michael is always keeps a strap on him because he knows what type of shit he's getting into. He don't just sell Bud, he sells everything. So once that strap came out, it was just game over. Everyone was running except for Michael and this other kid that we sold to. This kid doesn't run away because he got his strap in his back pocket, or the back of his pants too. I hop out the car, I pull Michael back, I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. And he jumps in the car. Dude tries to follow us and I just step on it. I'm pressing hard on the gas and I'm gone. I turn a couple times, but he didn't find me. We don't see him for the rest of that night. We go to school with this dude and we see him because we served him on the weekend, and this next school week we see him on Monday. And he don't say shit to us for most of that day until after school rolls around. Once after school hits, Michael and I weren't together at this point. Michael was going back to his crib and I was going back to mine. I'm driving home and everything. Michael rides the bus home. Michael gets on the bus and everything, goes home. He lives in an apartment complex. He gets home. He's like, yo, there's a truck here and I think it's dude's truck. I'm driving home, so I'm like, bet, I'm coming. I turn around and I'm heading to Michael's house. I get to Michael's house. I don't know why he's so mad, but he was mad that Michael was talking shit to him when he hit my car. He's still trying to fight Michael, and I'm like, bro, you need to get out of here. We're not trying to fight. I told you it was cool. You didn't do no damage to my car. We're Gucci. And at that point, he's like, yo, it's whatever. He wasn't like it's whatever. He was mad, but he got over it pretty much, and he went home finally. He left us alone after this, and Michael and I just kept kicking it like we did before. But that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.